Hi, everybody. It's Terry of Chiguru Spiritual Journeys and Jean of Sun Psychic Jean.
Hi,
We are.
everybody. Hi, Terry.
Hi. Jean, what have you been up to?
You know, I had, let me just see. I had a couple of days with my mom last week, and it was a lot of fun. And for the first time, I did a show. I wasn't hosting a show, but I was participating in a show from on location from Pennsylvania. And
Oh,
I did it on my phone. You can't see any chat, but you can do it on your phone. So I said, if Suzuki can do it, I can do it. And Joan's
well,
like, I don't know how you can do it on your phone. I said, well, I'm going to try it.
yep. I had to do it that way for a long time because my computer, which had a great camera on it, but it was making train sounds, like woo, woo, and nobody could hear me, and so I had to go with the phone for a long time, and then finally got a new laptop and conquered the train sounds. Well, I have been in Japan, and so I am back now. And thank you everybody for watching the replays. And I put up replays of this show so people could go back and catch up. And then I also put replays of Terry's Tales, which is where that Priscilla and Heather of the Chrome Zone allow me to tell my wild adventures. So um, that's kind of fun to see those. Well,
They were really very good. I love listening to the Terry Tales, and it's riveting. It's really mind expanding. You have to open up your mind to consider. And I think we're going to be doing a little bit of that, opening up our minds tonight as well, or today as well,
yeah,
with the information that is coming through. But there's everybody's here. Thank you all for being here. I
yeah,
love seeing everybody in the chat, and we're going to have a wonderful session. Now, I just want to bring to everybody's attention, I have a very high pitched tone. It's not tinnitus, it's one of those ones that's like a deafening tone. And I've had them recently. So I don't know what it means, but we'll certainly see. Sometimes it's a download. Um, but have you had these at all? Not tinnitus, but like the one tone that makes
right.
everything else drown out?
I have had both. Uh, I I often so I have tinnitus or tinnitus or however they pronounce that, and I have finally figured out that I have a different frequency of tinnitus in each ear. And they actually sync up like the hemisync. And that's probably very helpful to me as a psychic medium. But from time to time, I will suddenly just get hit by a deafening single sound that can somehow override the other sounds. And or sometimes the other sounds just change frequency suddenly. But it does seem to be more in one side than the other. And I don't know what to make of it either yet. Some people say that's spirit trying to get your attention. Um, I know that when I was in Japan, I heard this really, really high frequency that reminded me of a high frequency that I saw on a Star Trek episode. And the high frequency was actually the other uh, alien communicating, and it was just so high frequency they couldn't do it. And when they were able to slow it down and reduce the frequency, they could hear the message. And I thought, I wonder if that's it. I wonder if that's it. So I tried really hard to like be calmer, try to listen for the message, but eh, I don't think I quite made it. How about you?
I don't think it's spirit guides. I don't think it's loved ones, and I just think it may be like an angelic presence. I think that when we're preparing and we have these intentions, and everybody saw the show with Daphne where we can call in our specialty guides for projects and goals that when we set these intentions and we gather together, it's heard throughout the universe, and it's really important that when we do this preparation, that we expect a lot of the guidance and a lot of the uh, higher vibrational energies to come around us.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and catch that show again because I that sounds very, very interesting. Well, so how actually before I left, the my guides and Akashic Records masters had told me that we were going to do a certain kind of healing. And it was a huge one. And it was a physical one, a physical healing instead of like a emotional, spiritual healing. And I'm like, oh, that's big, really big. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm glad you have such confidence in my abilities to channel that, but I was really of course I'm going to say yes to it, but after getting back from Japan where I really had to work and really had to stay on the physical side of things more than the spiritual side of things, I was doubtful that I could do that. And I was also worried because I hadn't even meditated. Well, I meditated once, but once in a whole month is very rare for me. I try to meditate every day or do something every day, pray every day, or do something to connect with spirit. And so I was feeling a little out there, and my guides had a little talk with me. And they're like, you always have this. This is always in your life, always. You can put it down and you can take it up. We're always going to be here for you because this is part of your journey. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was at the time they were talking to me, I was walking towards my kitchen to get something to drink. And they said, but since we see that you are not, that you're a little doubtful, let's take care of that. Let's do that first. So that's why we have doubt today, because they wanted to heal me of the doubt too. And I was like, I was really feeling that. And so that's how this came about, that we're doing this instead of a physical healing right now. So,
yeah, they oftentimes do that with me. The awareness or acceptance. They kept talking to me about acceptance. Like, you, instead
mhm,
of saying, no, that can't happen. No, that's not true. No, that can never happen or whatever. Acceptance of what is, and then move through it. It's
mhm,
rather than the resistance. So this is what they were teaching me, but they were also encouraging me to share this. And I think that with
mm,
some of the content providers, that's often the case.
yeah. Okay. Well, so let's get started. And first, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what they told me about doubt, because I was, I always like it when they explain it a little bit to me in the most simplest of terms. And one of the things that they told me is that doubt is two things. It's a warring factor in our bodies because there is the doubt occurs in our body. It's part of our protection system of our body. It's built in. It's just there. But doubt is also part of a your belief system. So spiritual beliefs. So there's a spiritual side to doubt. There's a body side to doubt. We are never going to completely eliminate the body side to doubt because that is your protection system. That protects you. That helps give you that second thought before you jump off the bridge with your friend. That 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 protects you, and that's a good thing. But the spiritual doubt, um, well, sometimes it's good too because it slows you down. You take a second look, but sometimes it prevents you from growing. They said this kind of doubt is a thief, that it is useful in the egoic mind body to slow down and reconsider things. But in the building of the spiritual realm, so they're talking about like ascension and your beliefs, it can hinder progress and your belief. They also said that they are really amazed at our bravery, the fact that we're really willing to think about the difference here between the two types of doubt, and that we're willing to take this on and look at how this works in our lives. So I find I really like that. So today we're going to go into the records. We're going to put the prayer of protection first, go into the records, then they're going to draw out the bad parts and clear them, and then they're going to heal us. And I'm rather excited about what they showed me because it's kind of cool. Okay, so let's get going. And so, if you want to take part in this, just say yes, and you can say yes in the chat. If you're watching later on, you can just say yes in the comments, or you can just say yes and take part in this healing. So here we go. And again, this is going to be interactive. Uh, when they are drawing out the ancestral problems with doubt, and they are drawing it out of your life now, you can feel free to put a word into the chat that you want healed. You know, I keep finding that this is so interactive that they just keep putting words in your head of like what you need to heal. So you can just put them in there, and Jean's going to read them out at the appropriate time. And then the same will happen with the healing, that you can also put in what you want healed and what is particular to you. So, okay, let's read the prayer of protection. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We connect ourselves to Metatron's grid of opalescent light that connects us more firmly to our higher selves. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, the highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you. Okay. And so I'm going to read the Akashic Records key, and I'm just going to read it for everybody who's currently here, but also anybody who watches this on the replay. So we open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so the people watching this and the people watching the replay are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them at this moment. I have to repeat this silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of the people watching currently and the people watching on the replay to receive the record of their soul. So, in case you forget, The Akashic Records masters always go back to the 0 point. That means the point where your soul was created by God or source or whatever name you want to give that higher power. So the way I usually see this is I usually see like an energetic hand. It's kind of like a ghostly hand that I see reaching forward into the time, back into space, back to that 0 point. And so I see this hand reaching forward into that 0 point, and they're drawing forth those things that hindered your ancestors, that hindered you in past lives, where the doubt did not serve you, where the doubt played a role in stopping or slowing your development. And I see the energetic hand pulling these, it almost looks like little energetic threads being pulled forward, and they're just cleaning and clearing. They're leaving intact the time that doubt helped people, but they're taking these things out. They're removing the times that doubt caused trouble, where that your ancestors and you did not follow the urgings of spirit, where it was you could not trust those urgings and things failed to occur, that your life wasn't as full as it could have been. And I see them drawing this out, drawing it forward, and now drawing it into your life now. And so I see your life currently, and to me, it looks like a wheel that I'm looking at sideways. It's long, it's kind of got lumps, like you're potentially living other lives at the same time. But I do know now that some people are leading singular lives. And I see this energetic hand going over this current life and pulling the energetic threads of doubt out. And this is the times that doubt stopped you from growth, that doubt stopped you from taking advantage of your beliefs, where that doubt broke trust and doubt hindered your development. And while we're here in the current life, if you have any words that you want to add to them to draw out, please go ahead and put it in the chat. And Jean, if you want to read those out.
I'll give him a few seconds to
Yeah.
add them in.
Actually, let's read those out during the clearing.
Okay.
Okay. That way it gives us time. So I see them drawing this forth. I see them turning the wheel so that each life has this energetic drawing out of doubt, and they anchor it at the end of this life, at the end of this incarnation. They just anchor it there for me. So it's right there. So the weight of doubt has been anchored here. And now I'm going to ask the Akashic Records Masters to heal it, to clear it. So we're going to open up to Divine Source to lead us through this clearing. what you visualize, what you hear, these words that come up to you, please put those out there so they can be healed. If you can put them in the chat, great. If you can put them in the uh, comments, that's great. It helps other people learn. So your Akashic Records masters may impress these words on you to add to the prayer. If you miss this opportunity, don't worry. They know you and they know that it is added. For those watching the replay, all of this applies to you as well. That you may write this information down, you may as you feel led. So we're going to take some deep breaths to center ourselves. So take a breath in, hold it, let it out longer than you took it in. Let's do this 2 more times. And now I'd like you to concentrate on your crown chakra. This is where the Akashic records or the quantum field kind of hangs out. You may feel a little bit of tingliness. You may feel heaviness, like a heavy hat is on your head or something. But go ahead and concentrate in this area. Okay. So I'm going to read the clearing prayer that they've given me. And this is the time, if you want to add anything to it, go ahead.
To be
Dear
cleared.
Dear
Add
Akashic,
anything that you would like to be cleared. Yeah.
yes, the clearing
Sorry.
part. This is the clearing part. Dear Akashic Records Masters, for the people participating in this broadcast, we request an immediate and total clearing concerning doubt and the problems it causes in our lives. We request a clearing of all problems brought on by doubt, such as fear, missed opportunities, bad decisions, lack of trust, indecision, vulnerability to others who may not have our best outcomes in mind, well-meaning advice that sometimes leads to catastrophe, and feelings of unworthiness. And now, if you want to read.
Fear of flying now. Fear or restoration of health and strength fully restored, not trusting that. Fear, just fear itself.
Yep.
Invisibility, not trusting, not doubting and about the invisibility. And lack caused my doubts on lots of levels, many levels, all the levels that lack caused lack in her life. And instability. Lack has caused instability, which she would like cleared, and indecisiveness that lack causes. Mm-hmm. Thank you, everybody.
And even if that you think of things later, it's all right. You can still add them to it. So, dear Akashic Records Masters, clear us of anything where doubt stunts our growth and prevents a true and clear positive connection to Source, to allow for complete healing, complete forgiveness of each and every person, of themselves and others, restoring each person's spiritual knowing and connection to Source. I ask that doubt and related problems be healed in all lives, all dimensions, all cellular structures, all space and time, the space between lives, in all astral lives, and all timelines, for the highest good of each person listening and humanity. The doubt will be cleared of its power to damage us. Each person will remember that they have mastery and dominion over doubt. The old feelings will become interesting, but will hold no power and will be easily let go of when necessary. New encounters with doubt will be met with curiosity and the search for truth. This clearing and healing will be ongoing in this life and into the future. Please restore each person to the highest timeline, to the being they were always meant to be, to facilitate their steps to spiritual freedom for the highest good of each participant and humanity. Beloved Akashic Records Masters, thank you.
Beautiful. So we'd like to ask if you have a word that you would like to replace that unwanted energy, what the result of healing of this doubt would look like for you, or might look like for you, or you would like to see. You can add that now.
Yeah. So this time, they've already kind of showed me how the healing part is going to go. It's quite interesting. And they're going to use that energetic hand again to kind of draw it forward to this life. But how this time they're going to connect this life to your future lives is really interesting. So I see the hand, invisible hand, kind of reaching back to the 0 point and drawing forth all the times that your ancestors or you in past lives conquered doubt, where that you used it appropriately, where that it helped you take a second glance, it helped you get your wits together to deal with something, that you were able to control your beliefs and allow God to allow Source to work in your life or your ancestors' life. So all these times that it went well, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of times in each life that it went well. So this is a very big treasure trove. It's being drawn forward. And as I'm looking at it, I'm a little amazed. I didn't think that this would be such a big resource. And they draw it forward and they come to this life right now. And instead of me seeing that wheel that I told you about before, there's a big circle. And the circle, inside the circle is you. But it looks like the tree of life. It looks like, the branches above coming to the middle, the roots below, making you stable. But I also kind of see an overlay image of kind of like, now of course his name is, but that artistic image of the man that has the many arms, I think it's done by Michelangelo. It's kind of going back and forth. And I think that they're trying to let me know that this tree of life represents you. And I see the treasures, all the times that people were able to use doubt correctly, come into this circle and light it up. It is just brilliant. And the light comes in and it just follows all those limbs and all those roots and through the core. Through the core is just brilliant. They are restoring our relationship with doubt. They are making it appropriate. They are giving you strength of knowledge, strength of wisdom. They are putting this into you. And this is where we'll give you a few moments where if you, however, doubt and the things that you want to restore because of doubt, this is a good time to put them into the prayer now. And Jean will read them out in a moment.
I am enough. I am worthy. This is what I would feel like when the appropriate level of doubt is restored. Abundance in all areas, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. Abundance on all levels. Love, love,
Oh, love is everything.
love. Sorry, go ahead. What?
That's right. No, I just said love's everything. That's right.
As above, so below. Strength, nourishing, satisfaction. Whatever nourishes my soul. And that's
Ooh,
where we stop.
wow. That just gives me the chills. And I see an unexpected kind of blue and purple light coming down from above and coming into this picture and just making it even more brilliant, joining the brilliance that's already there. Wow, this is amazing. And I see that it's that this circle that the tree of life is in is just, it's glowing outside of the circle even. And I see like a cascade of stars like comets coming in. That's interesting. So now it's time to apply this to your future. And what they showed me is they take this tree of life, they take the man in the center, the human in the center, let's say, and this human comes forth towards the right and becomes a human figure. And they look like they're a hiker. They got a backpack on, they got a hat on, they got good shoes. And at first, this looks very solid. But as it gets ready to go into your future, it becomes very light and airy. And that glow that we saw before, this spirit, this being, this part of you is becoming very light, just the being of light. And it starts to walk forward into your future, illuminating the path all around it, not just a front, all the way around and even behind. So this is just like a ball of light going down the future, through the future. And I noticed something when they were talking to me about this beforehand, that, and it is still there, that this emanation of light to the side, like it's all around this orb, it affects those people in your life. In other words, this healing is not just for you. This healing uh, goes out and affects the people around you. So they're saying that as this happens, you're going to feel more assuredness. You're going to feel more settled, more ready for spirit. You will have access to all knowledge. You will have there's nothing in you that you don't have. You have it all. They want you to be relaxed and assured and move forward in this life and move forward into your next lives. Relaxed and assured, knowing that all is well, no doubt can harm you. It doesn't mean you should uh, reject doubt, but you will now know the difference between the body doubt and the spiritual doubt. And you will be able to handle better that spiritual doubt. You will be able to show love and light. And I also noticed that the your your backpacker slash orb is much more confident. This moves forward in your life very confidently and has all the resources for you to draw upon. Is there anything else that we'd like to add to this, or any words that we can add?
Love in all areas of life. Peace. Mother Earth thanks us for our light.
Ooh, that gave me shivers.
And tingles, yes.
Mm-hmm. So, dear Akashic Records Masters, thank you so much for this healing. Thank you so much for caring about us. Thank you for revealing that you think we're brave. Because sometimes we don't feel brave here at all. But thank you so much for that. We thank you for these blessings. And so it is. So, woo.
Did we want to close the records?
Yes, let's close the records real quick. So, like every time, um, I will read the closing prayer, but I'm going to leave them open. So you can choose to leave your records open to you so that you can continue the conversation. Because it's been a while, um, you may not realize that you have a very large spiritual team, and it includes Akashic Records Masters. And if you're not talking to them right now, they are just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. They like to talk, they're very chatty, and they make themselves known. So if you want to continue the conversation, you may. If you don't, if maybe you're not ready for that, then you can concentrate on the closed part. So I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we leave unlocked those people who want to, the records for those people who want to continue the conversations with their guides, but we close them to all other people that only we have access to our own, and that anyone who doesn't want to be talking can close their records now. The records are now closed. Ooh. Okay.
Everybody, if you want to take a deep breath and let it out slowly, accepting this healing, and just make sure that you do drink water when you're done here. and solidify that vibration, and that frequency is amplified by the water. Um, and Rush says that was simply beautiful. My automatic writing should be interesting today.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. And Sweetie is saying, bless you all. And hi, Andrea. Uh, and so Hypnicity says, wow, powerful.
yeah.
And we have a VIP in house. If I can just find out where that is. There it is. Dragonfly Crystals is here. Hi, Val.
Hi.
Val K is here. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate your support.
Look at
Uh,
that. Pure Visionary is here.
is she really? I didn't see. Did she just pop in? Oh my gosh. Wow. Hi, Terry. Oh, you're.
Oh, we both did it at the same time, didn't we?
Hi, Terry Lee.
There we
So nice of
go.
you to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was very interesting. Somebody up here, I just wanted to bring it up again. I should have. And it's oh, I think I undid it. Visibility fear. Um, it's it's important to understand. I think is kind of what I wanted to. What it was important for me to clarify, and I understood it as we went through. We talked about this before, but it was only as Terry was going through it that I realized that the doubt is the irrational doubt. The doubt that we cleared is the conditional doubt that it comes along with self-esteem or the belief of inability to do something, not doubt as far as discernment. There's healthy discernment, there's healthy doubt, there's healthy objectivity, and yet there's this irrational doubt that sometimes we carry, but it's our ego that places that on us. That doubt, oh, you're not good enough, like the imposter syndrome, or every time it's not true. It's not true, and it's based in fear. And this is the spiritual doubt that we're talking about. And I thought that it was really important when you said that. I mean, we did talk about it, but when you said it in the prayer or in the healing part, I really got it, that it wasn't just this doubt. It was the irrational doubt. It was the egoic doubt. It was the imbalanced doubt. It was the doubt that holds us back from everything that is rightfully ours, or that we all deserve and that we all can enjoy. It's setting this down and not playing in that sandbox anymore, where that's part of the the scenario, or part of the um I guess
Mhm.
narrative, whatever you'd like to call it, but to consider and open up your mind that this is something that we have a choice. We have a choice to be aware of, and when it creeps in, and it will, you'll be like, "Oh, that's an egoic spiritual doubt. That's not my discernment or my observation or something to keep me safe." And this is a irrational, illusionary, egoic doubt that is creeping in, that is not healthy or balanced in my life. And just the awareness of being aware of it, you'll be able to catch it more. You'll be able to stop it and say, "Oh, that's not really good. That's not going to serve me in my goals, in my everyday life." And I love the way everybody said that the restoring whatever nourishes my soul, love in all areas of life, peace. Does doubt not take away our peace? I mean, these are
Mhm.
just basic human, um, sort of natural ways of existing, that this egoic, and it's conditioned from all the different scenarios and teachings or influences that we had, or things that came in our life before. But we now know, with these new energies and with these new frequencies and these new healings and the accessibility to our Akashic records, and to connect to our spiritual guides, that this doubt no longer has power over us. Just like Terry said, it no longer has power over us. And that it still can creep in, but we'll be able to recognize it and say, you know what, this is not true. It's irrational. There's nothing, there's no truth based in it. It's all fear based. And I want to set this aside and
Right.
heal it. And I remember when we did this exercise, how much better that I will feel when I accept this. So just
Mhm.
the ability to recognize it is so much more than this. um you know when we're not paying attention to it and it creeps in. But now when it creeps in, well, but I recognize you.
Right. Well, I like that they called it a thief, that this kind of is a thief, that it takes away from us to really be who we are. And there's one image that they had showed me that I didn't remember to talk about, but they had showed me that what they're really doing here is they showed hands like this with energetic, you know, uh, handcuffs on. They were kind of energy, they were vibrating and everything, but they still held us. We couldn't get away from them, and that they have gone in, and when they put that light into the tree of life, they exploded the handcuffs. So I love that we are free of the handcuffs. Um, I noticed Andrea said she talked about the irrational doubt living in cellular levels and vibrating even in the face of other proof. And I think that's why that every time they have me go into the prayer, part of the prayer is healing in every timeline, every cellular space, every I mean they pretty much have it all down. Let me read the whole thing of what they did. They all lives, all dimensions, all cellular structures, all space and time and the space between lives, all astral lives and all timelines. They want to root this out, and they're pretty serious about it. So,
Yeah, it has no place in humanity's future. It does not serve us, and it does confuse us. And it's just something, it's almost like a habit, a really bad habit that has progressed over the years, over our lifetimes, over the generations. And, there's no placing blame or pointing the finger. It's only the awareness. And this is part of the evolution. This is part of raising your vibration to not be,
yeah,
controlled or shackled by that irrational type of doubt that creeps in and holds us from our true divinity.
right.
Um, yeah.
And that's what they really want. Yeah, they've said to me again and again that they are facilitating our steps towards spiritual freedom.
Terry holding your spaces here. Hi, Terry.
Mm,
Lots of VIPs today.
yeah. Wow. Well, anything else for the good of the order? Like, where could we see you again? Do you have
Um,
your calendar nearby?
Yeah, I think you and I are going to be on with the Terry uh, Pure Visionary, and we're going to be doing the Psychic Triad. That's where we're going to be
Yes.
tomorrow. And let me just pull up my calendar. Yep, and then Allie's going to be on my show tomorrow evening after the Psychic Triad.
Wow.
I'm going to have Allie on later.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, look, Alice is here, and Alice is a
Alice.
healer as well. Thank you for being here,
Yes.
Alice. Wow. That's another VIP, you guys.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I will be on later with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected, with our good friend Wisdom Seeker Joan at 2:30 Pacific time today, and then I'll be on the Psychic Triad, like Joan said. So, as Jean said, sorry. Um, yeah, so we got a lot coming up, and all these VIPs have shows too. So this is a great time to figure out who you want to listen to right now, and get on all the bells to get notified. So
And if you're watching later, please do go through the process of adding the words down below in the comment section as you're listening back. This is meant to be a short, concise, I guess, uh, show so that we can all listen to it. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching later. Thank you, Terry, for bringing in the Akashic Record Masters and helping us with this really important healing. And I love it the way they bring it to you and say, this is what we want to work on next. I love it. I thought it was brilliant. Very appropriate. Very appropriate.
yeah, and thank you, Jean, for being
And your
here
hype
and
girl.
helping us along and giving us the benefit of all your knowledge. So I love that. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go now. See you later. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.